Eternity's Edge is a sword, but it's probably one you don't really hear literally anybody talking about. That's mainly because you've got ninjas running at warp speed with the Quick Fang, or champions getting slammed to death by Crown Splitter. These two are truly unique, and Eternity's Edge was previously a bit of a letdown as it used to be just a standard sword, but now it's been given a sweet upgrade to the ever popular spin to win Vortex Frame. Now you can spin to win with the best of them, and the solar flaming animation as you do so is one of the best out there. Damage output wise, it's on par with the Falling Guillotine, but it does have some slightly different perk options that make it truly unique, especially as the Warlock ONLY Sword. Now there's one thing that makes this sword really stand out, and that's the Infinite Guard perk. You can literally block with this sword for days and it won't take away any sword energy. You'll still take incoming damage, but it's significantly reduced, meaning you can close down the gap on your enemies easily and even tank stomp attacks from bosses. And when you pair this with a strong sword build along with a good roll, it's a formidable sword to choose from and could quite easily replace your god roll Falling Guillotine or even the exotic Lament. It has a number of great perks, including Relentless Strikes and Assassin's Blade, and also the quite niche counterattack and flash counter perks. The one I've settled on though comes with Fresh, where kills will generate super energy, and also Surrounded, whereby you deal increased damage when 3 or more enemies are in close proximity. Surrounded grants a 25% damage boost at a base level, but with the Surrounded spec mod applied, it will increase that to 35%, and this allows the buff to linger by 1.5 seconds after you are no longer surrounded too. This makes it a truly potent perk, especially on a sword where you're in the trenches more often than not. This will stack with other buffs like Lucent Blade, Empowering Rifts or even the Well of Radiance, so let's get into a quick build to help you get to grips with this extremely powerful sword. We're going to use this solar sword with an old faithful exotic on the channel, the Mantle of Battle Harmony, an exotic I've used so much that my phone auto-typed it before I'd even finished the sentence. For a quick refresh though, absorption cells will grant bonus super energy on energy weapon kills matching your subclass. Once your super is full, further matched energy weapon kills will boost damage of these weapons for a short time. This damage boost is 20% and you can extend this duration with each further kill. It's a top tier exotic and fits perfectly with Eternity's Edge, especially doubling down on both Fresh and Surrounded for excellent super cooldown and damage output. As we've got damage boost coming from literally everywhere, we're not using the Well of Radiance, but instead we're using the unloved Attunement of Flame. The Daybreak super is vastly underrated, but it's great for ad clear and decent boss damage as you can extend its duration on kills thanks to the Everlasting Flame perk. Phoenix Dive isn't to be sniffed at either, for both its healing as well as causing explosive damage and extending super duration during Daybreak. Now we're going to chuck in a number of elemental well mods to complement the setup. Elemental armaments will create solar wells on matching energy weapon final blows and pair this with the Font of Wisdom to boost super cooldown to the max. The new Well of Life mod will grant you a healing boost for 10 seconds when collecting a solar well and is definitely worth using on any solar based build. Finally, use the Elemental Charge mod to become charged with light when collecting a well too. This will automatically be a 2-time stack and will allow us to use the Lucent Blade mod more often. Lucent Blade is top tier for any sword build, as it not only boosts your damage for 20% for 5 seconds, but it also boosts your sword energy recharge rate so you can use your heavy attack more often. This is crucial for maximum damage, especially on a Vortex Frame sword. As Bungie recently increased the sword ammo usage for heavy attacks on Vortex Frame swords, the more ammo the better, so pick whichever blade perk grants you the most ammo on your roll. Likewise, Ammo Finder, Reserves and Scavenger mods will be ideal if you intend to use this as often as possible. This build is super strong and it allows you to use any of your favourite energy or kinetic weapons too. Igneous Hammer is always a great option and will also benefit from a Solar Battle Harmony build. You can even chuck in a grenade launcher like Ignition Code to use the Breach and Clear mod this season. This will apply a 30% debuff to targets, further increasing your damage output. You might need to change your class item mods around to make this one work and sacrifice an Elemental Well mod, but in my opinion it would definitely be worth it. It also allows you to spec in for endgame content too, to deal with any number of champions using anti-champion mods, making them easy to clean up with the Eternity's Edge after you stun them. This build is not really difficult to pull off in game either, because you're simply boosting your super recharge with Fresh and Battle Harmony and then dealing increased damage from either a combination of Surrounded and Absorption Cells or Lucent Blade. Then, when it's time to use your super, you'll be ready to build it all up again and repeat in no time. Vortex Frame Swords are still amazing for pure damage output, and for any true Warlocks out there, this sword should definitely not be slept on. Have you been using this reintroduced sword this season? What are your thoughts, and have you got any good rolls you enjoy using? Let me know down below in the comments, and whilst you're there, hit the like button too. 27.6 likes is the target today. Please also subscribe if you're new here. It's proven to increase your drop rates of getting vexed during your next raid run. That's it for this one though, so on that, and as always, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.